What's going on, guys? Jim the Game Guru. Alright, so today's video I want to get into this whole rough start with Nintendo and the expansion to the Switch Online membership. And they already made it apparent, hey, this is going to be an add-on and it's going to cost you more per year for your Switch Online membership. But I didn't realize how much it was going to cost. Price increase for this is kind of high. And you can see here back here on the screen, me renewing my online membership, and I'm adding the expansion tool. But the price went up from like $20 for an individual up to $50 with the expansion. And for the family membership, which is what I have, the family membership went from $35 to $70, a little over $70, but Nintendo was gracious enough to give me a discount down to $63 or $65 or whatever it was. But when it renews, it's going to be $73 probably. Out of the gates, this is worrying me. This is one Nintendo product that I'm kind of disappointed with. I'm kind of wondering what's going to come down the road with it. Because, I mean, are they going to add Game Boy games to it? Are they going to add Game Boy Advance games to it? Are they going to have benefits later on where you can get free DLCs for some of the other Nintendo games? Now, you can get the Animal Crossing New Horizon DLC that's coming out for free if you sign up for the online expansion, which kind of irritated me a little bit. I thought that was more of like a thing they had to throw out there so that a bunch of their fans for Animal Crossing would jump on it and buy it right away. Is that going to be something they're going to trend toward later on with other games? I don't know. I hope so, because I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to find value with this expansion. Nintendo and a lot of other companies are putting so much value into retro games. They think these games have preserved their values over the years, but they haven't. They haven't. I'm sorry, the Genesis titles, yeah, even though it's nice to have the Genesis titles, I feel like those games are worth a penny each. The N64 games, I feel like they're worth a quarter each. And it's not that they're bad games. It's not that I don't see something valuable there. It's because those games have had their time. Video games have evolved over the years. These games are archaic now. This expansion makes me think that Nintendo's valuing these games at a super high level, like these 64 games are $10 a pop or something crazy. They're not. And I'm kind of worried that we're only going to get a handful of games within the next year to be added to the existing N64 lineup here and the Genesis. And I'm going to be watching this like a hawk, because next year, if they don't have a shit ton of content added to this package, I'm going to end up canceling it. They're already having performance issues, so I jumped on here. I was testing Mario 64. It had some performance issues. Other people have been complaining about performance issues online playing the 64 games. Zelda worked okay. I mean, there's a little bit of hiccups here and there with Zelda. I think Sin and Punishment was pretty decent. Actually, I've never played Sin and Punishment before testing out the expansion, and it's actually kind of a cool game. It's a really cool shooter. Ugliest characters you've ever seen in a game in there, but it was actually a fun time going through there and playing it a little bit. And I jumped in when I installed this, and I just went through some of the N64 games, and I kind of was just messing with them and testing them out and just seeing how they were performing. I didn't dive deep into them. Yeah, the emulation right now is not good on them. I like how they tweaked the configuration for a lot of the games to work well with your controller. And I may end up actually picking up the N64 controller. I don't know. I'm not doing it yet, because like I said already, I want to wait to see if there's additional games that are coming down the line. And I'm thinking back to the days when I was playing on the PS4 every single day, and I had the PlayStation membership, the online membership for that. That one actually gave me a free game every month, or games at certain months. You would get free games, and some of the games were awesome. Some of the games were crap, but some of the games were actually awesome. And a lot of those free games that you would receive were within like a 5-year period. No free game with the Switch Online, which is, I'm fine with it. When I originally ended up getting the Switch Online membership, it was for the cloud saves. That's the biggest thing that I was worried about. I had the individual membership, $20. And then now with the expansion, the only reason why I got into it is because I'm giving Nintendo the benefit of the doubt that they're going to add a whole lot more content down the road on it. And I hope so, because right now it's not good. I don't know. This could be the first Nintendo product that I'm probably going to end up quitting and just not using it anymore. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, Nintendo's trying to fight this whole emulation. They're trying to bring retro in, and they're really trying to build that up and sell that, since they're not giving any free games away with the Switch Online. But like I said before, I feel like they need to go back to each one of these game developers and say, hey, let's build an entire library. Because in retro, that's where the value is at. The value is in the entire library. The entire library of Super Nintendo, the entire library of Game Boy Advance, the entire library of Nintendo games, the entire library of N64, a few handful of games out of each system, there's no value in that. And if you want to stop people emulating and stop having emulation machines and stop using ROMs and everything else, then you need to show value in your product. And the only way you can do that is if you give them that value, and it has to be the entire library. I feel like they need to go to each one of these game developers that own their IPs for the certain games, Square Enix, Konami, Capcom, whatever. They need to provide a way to have all of their games included into one library, and I don't think they should be shoved in to an expansion for crazy price increase. I think they should let the users pick which game systems they want and pay for those packages outright. Hey, the entire Nintendo, $50, or the entire SNES, $80, whatever it is. Just one-time fee, buy it, and it becomes part of your Switch Online membership thing. The way they're going with it right now, I think, is kind of weak, but hey, we'll see. I don't know what they're thinking about, and I don't know what's coming down the future, but let's pray, cross our fingers that something good will come out of this. And I'm going to be watching it, like I said, I'm going to be watching like a hawk, and by next year, during renewal, if they do not add a ton to this, I am out, gone, see ya. I'm going to revert my Switch Online membership back to the regular family plan. But that's it, guys. Until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.